Breaking news. The President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump, has survived another assassination attempt this morning. Yes, several hours ago, President Donald J. Trump survived another assassination during the White House correspondent dinner party. He was in this dinner party with some of his top officials. J.D. Vance was there, the director of the FBI. In fact, most of his top officials were there. And out of a sudden, a young man started firing gunshots and he was targeting Donald Trump. He was targeting Donald Trump. Now, the question is, who is behind this assassination? Who really wants to take Donald Trump's life? Because this is not the first time. The first attempt took place in Pennsylvania in July 2014. The second one was in 2024 at the Florida Golf Course. And the third one happened today during the White House correspondent dinner party. And thank God to the Secret Service, thank God to the FBI who managed the situation and evacuated Donald Trump, his wife, J.D. Vance, and some of his top officials. Donald Trump is safe and sound. He came out few hours after that assassination attempt and even made a speech. He said only one of his security officers was shot, but he was not wounded because he was putting on a bulletproof. So he said the security officer who was shot is in good health. Nothing happened to him. Thank God that the guy was putting on a bulletproof. Now, who is behind all this assassination? This is the question. And this just prove another weakness of the United States Secret Service. This shows us another weakness of the FBI and another weakness of the United States military. Because how can you explain that this guy managed to get into that venue until started firing gunshots? How can you explain this? A venue where the President of the United States is there and with his top officials, the FBI director was there. In fact, most of the United States top officials were in this correspondent dinner party. And how can you explain it that this guy managed to get into that venue? This is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is the third time. This is a weakness. This is a weakness. So I'm beginning to think, and I've said it time and again, that the United States has been exposed. Their military has been exposed. And a few hours ago, we just saw it again at the White House. How can you explain to the world, to the United States citizen, that a young guy managed to get into a venue and started firing gunshots where the President of the United States was there with his wife? How can you explain this? They almost took his life in 2024 at the Florida Golf Course. And the Secret Service officer who protected Donald Trump, who took the bullet for Donald Trump, died at the spot. Thank God for that guy. And many are coming out now to accuse Iran that Iran is behind the assassination. Iran came out and said they are not responsible. They don't know what is happening. This is one thing you should know about Donald Trump. Donald Trump has played so many dirty games. He had involved himself in so many dirty games, created so many enemies around him. So you can't really tell who is behind this assassination. You can't tell. Even some of those officials around him, some of his officers, they don't like Donald Trump because of what he's doing. Now, who are you going to point fingers at? Is it Venezuela? Is it Iran? Is it Cuba? Is it American citizens? Because most Americans don't like Donald Trump. Even some of the Republicans and Democrats, they don't like Donald Trump. So he had created a lot of enemies around him. And he had also played a lot of dirty games. You can also think of the victims of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Hundreds of them, they are still holding grudges against Donald Trump. So Donald Trump has dipped his hands in a deep mess. He has created a lot of enmity around him. And people are coming out now to say Iran is responsible behind the assassination. So before this assassination, there have been two attempts. Are you telling me that it was Iran who were responsible for the previous ones? Is that why you are telling me? So thank God for the Secret Service and the FBI who managed the situation. They managed to evacuate Donald Trump, JD Vance, and several others. And the suspect is under custody. Let's see what is going to happen. But Iran has said they don't know what is happening. They are not behind the assassination. But of course, even if Iran is behind the assassination, they will not come and tell you and me that they are behind it. But you cannot just point Iran because Donald Trump has offended so many people. Talk about NATO, talk about Venezuela, talk about Cuba, talk about Iran, talk about Syria. So many people, even the American citizens, don't like Donald Trump. Most of them don't like Donald Trump. So you can't really say, point a finger at a particular person. But for now, this is what I know. What do you know? Let me hear from you in the comment section. And remember to like and share this video and look forward for my next update. God bless you.